One of the great new features inside of Lightroom 3 is the ability to upload your photographs to different locations like Flickr or some of the other popular photo sharing sites. And you can do this by way of the Publish Services panel. You can find this in the Library module. And this is actually a really strong feature because it allows us to quickly and seamlessly and efficiently get our work out there. So here what we're going to do is take a look at how we can set up this default plugin which allows us to publish our photographs to Flickr. So I've opened up the Publish Service panel, and I go ahead and navigate to where I see Flickr there and then click on Set Up. This will open up the Lightroom Publishing Manager dialog. Now the first thing that I want to do is give this a name, and this is just a name for myself so I can recognize this service. I'll call this CO-Flickr. Now for my Flickr account, I need to go ahead and log in, so I'll click on Log In, and I'm going to authorize this. This will then open up my browser, and it will say, hey, you've arrived at this page because you asked Lightroom to connect here. Do you want to do this? Heck yeah. We'll click Next. Now it asks if you want to allow Lightroom to authorize the ability to upload and access your photographs. Yes, we'll do that. I'll go ahead and click OK. I'll authorize it. Now once I've done this, I can navigate back to Lightroom. Back inside of Lightroom, I'll click Done here, and it's going to show me that I'm logged in. Well, now that I've created this connectivity with Flickr, I want to define a few settings here. Now one of the first options I have has to do with the title of the photographs. Now I can by default leave these titles blank and then add them through the Flickr interface, or I have a few other options. I can add a file name, an IPTC title. Now if I choose file name, I'm going to want to be careful to select a good naming convention down below. We're going to keep things really simple here, and I'm going to leave this blank. Now when I'm updating photos, I definitely want to replace the existing titles if I am going to have a custom file name. If I'm not, I'm going to go ahead and leave the existing title. So it depends on where you want to do your renaming. Do you want to do it in Lightroom or do you want to do it on Flickr? While both techniques have pros and cons, you want to simply pick which one works best for you. All right, well, what about file settings? Well, here you can see that we can choose different file settings as far as the overall quality. And I'll go ahead and lower this JPEG quality down just a bit here. All right, well, what about image sizing? What I can do is resize my photographs to fit inside of a certain dimension. Here you can see we have width and height, or simply we can choose long edge. And I tend to like that, so I say on the longest side, vertically or horizontally. How wide or tall do I want my images to be? And I'll choose something relatively small. Now this depends on the type of images you're uploading and how big you actually want to have those images. In this particular case, I'm going to choose a relatively small size. Output sharpening. Well, I'm going to sharpen for screen, and I'm going to choose a standard amount. Now I'm going to minimize my embedded metadata. I don't need a watermark on these, and I also have some privacy options. And this helps if I just want to show these photos to friends and family, or if they're public images, I can choose that option as well. Well, in this particular case, I have dialed in all of these settings. And the only thing I'd want to do is just go back and make sure that these are all good, and then simply click Save. Now once I've clicked Save, what's going to happen is this Flickr icon is going to change and show me that it's now CO-Flickr. This is my account here. And it opened up what's called a photo stream. And what a photo stream is it allows us to upload our photographs to Flickr and also to download some different things from Flickr as well. All right, well now that we've set up our connection to Flickr, let's go ahead and take a look at how we can upload some photos, and let's do that in the next movie.